The Tontitown Grape Fest back open through the weekend. 5 News reporter Parker Abels met with the chairman of the event. Find out what it means to this whole area.
For the 126th year, the Tontitown Grape Festival is alive with between 120 and 130,000 people expected to make their way through the area. Clint Ingold, the chairman of the festival, says it takes a lot of work to get ready for it.
It takes a lot of planning, a lot of organization, and like I said, most importantly, a lot of dedicated volunteers willing to give their time, their efforts, and to put this whole thing together.
But he says it's all worth it for what it means to this community.
To the community, it's all about the tradition and it's all about the family. We've been doing this for well over 100 years. It started out as a picnic and has grown into what you see it is today. And we couldn't do that without the support of Northwest Arkansas and everybody in the surrounding area.
Vincent Verucchi has been coming to the festival for over 30 years, and he says this event means everything to him.
Yeah, I've never ever missed one before, and it's just, all the Italians in the area hang out, and we're part of that group, and we love it. It's a lot of fun.
But now it means even more getting to bring his 2 daughters with him.
It's the coolest thing ever, because it was always a highlight of our year, and so to be able to share that with them it's just incredible.
And of course, while everyone loves the rides, it's the spaghetti dinners and grape ice cream that steals the show.
It's the tradition of the spaghetti and fried chicken dinners, and following that up with some awesome grape ice cream that you can only get here.
So we just got done with the spaghetti, which is the best part of the Grape Festival. It's now we're going to ride some rides and see if they can handle it.
We're in Tontitown, covering news where you live. Parker Abels, 5 News.
Oh my goodness, the festival will last through Saturday night. We have the hours for each day and where the best place is to park posted on our website at 5newsonline.com. Well, with tax credits expiring, new Medicaid work rules and fresh insurance laws all taking effect next year, Arkansas health insurers are now asking to raise rates. Centene is requesting a 54% increase, Blue Cross Blue Shield 25.5%, Ambetter is asking for just under 20%. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders is calling the proposed hikes wrong and, quote, prohibited under Arkansas law. She's now urging the insurance commissioner to, quote, reject these insane rate increases and protect Arkansans. The Arkansas Insurance Department declined to comment on this today. University of Arkansas contracts with apartment complexes near campus to help meet the demands of a growing student body, but student housing developments have faced setbacks over recent city council decisions. 5 News reporter Bo Russell has more now on how those decisions could impact student housing options in the future.
I'm here standing outside the Cardinal apartment complex, one of 3 apartment complexes being contracted by the University of Arkansas for student housing this year. But a recent ruling by Fayetteville City Council could stop the spread of apartment housing complexes like this one.
To accommodate this year's record-breaking freshman class, the university is not only utilizing its 20 residence halls, but has also contracted several close neighboring apartment complexes.
Yeah, we've reached out to sort of neighboring apartments for the past 2 or 3 years to meet the gap between the amount of beds we have on campus and those we need to have for off campus.
The university requires single, non-married first-year students under the age of 21 to live on campus unless they live with a parent or legal guardian within 70 minutes of campus or have been granted an exemption through university housing.
We have a freshman residency requirement where we, house every first-year student who comes.
This housing strategy comes as a broader housing crisis takes hold in Fayetteville. The city says it needs about 1,000 new housing units annually to keep up with projected population growth. With the university's growing enrollment, about 80% of students are left to find off-campus housing. For many, the traditional dorm experience is still highly sought after.
I was leaning towards dorm just because I feel like it's very college experience. It's very social and you get to meet a lot of friends and it's just a better way to I feel like just go about it.
Dryland says with the high demand and limited options, even securing housing on campus can be a challenging process.
I feel like there's been a lot we've had, it's just hard to choose just because there's a lot of incoming freshmen.
The university is actively working to expand its own capacity with a new residence hall of about 740 beds expected to open in the fall of 2028. The Fayetteville City Council recently rejected a rezoning request by Chicago-based developer Core Spaces that would have added 714 beds towards those extra 1,000 needed to keep pace with student growth. Freshman Ryan Ransom says he actually preferred the university's contracted apartments over traditional on-campus dorms.
The Cardinal, what's good about the Cardinal is that they're technically on campus, but they're considered off campus, but it's right there. I have a lot of friends that are going to be there, so it's going to be a very good time.
Now, while the university wasn't able to confirm the specific amount of students coming to Fayetteville this year, they do expect another record-setting freshman class. In Fayetteville, covering news where you live, I'm Bo Russell, 5 News.
Senior Texas Senator John Cornyn says the FBI has granted his request for help as Texas tries to force Democrat state lawmakers back for a vote on a new state congressional district map. State House Democrats fled the state on Sunday to keep a GOP redistricting bill from advancing. If approved, the plan could help Republicans gain 5 more seats in the U.S. House in the midterm elections next year. Cornyn told a radio show today FBI Director Kash Patel has assigned agents from the San Antonio and Austin FBI offices to help out. The Republican senator had sent a letter to the FBI urging the federal agency to help state law enforcement find or arrest lawmakers who fled the state. The FBI is not commenting on the Texas senator's statement that Patel has approved his request for help. On his 200th day in office, President Trump slapped new tariffs on dozens of countries around the world. Tariffs average more than 18%. That's the highest number in nearly a century. And the Trump administration is asking the nation's high court now to rule on federal immigration enforcement tactics. Erica Brown has the latest from the White House.
The Trump administration is asking the Supreme Court to lift a court order restricting immigration stops in California. The move comes after an appeals court refused to lift a temporary restraining order barring authorities from stopping or arresting people based solely on factors like the language they speak or where they work. It also comes as the Trump administration's global tariffs on dozens of trade partners took effect on Thursday.
This year, we could have about $300 billion of new revenue, which is 1% of GDP, and then there's a chance that that could be higher in 26.
But there are concerns over how consumers and businesses will be affected. The Budget Lab at Yale, a nonpartisan policy research center, estimated that prices in the U.S. will increase 1.8% in the short term as a result of the tariffs. Jennifer Bergman, who owns this 44-year-old New York City toy store, is closing its doors for good. She says growing online competition and tariffs played a part.
It was the final nail in the coffin, definitely.
At the White House Thursday, President Trump touted the economy during a special announcement. Days after July's weak jobs report raised concerns about the economy's growth. Trump was joined by conservative economist Steve Moore, who said during the president's first 5 months in office, the average family income, adjusted for inflation, is up by more than $1,000.
We're doing well.
Moore also showed data that he says justifies the president's controversial firing of the commissioner of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which produces the monthly jobs report the president sharply criticized. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
President Trump also signed an executive order today that could allow millions of Americans saving for retirement through 401k accounts to invest in higher risk private equity and cryptocurrency. Executive order does not immediately change how people will invest for retirement through their employer-sponsored accounts, as federal agencies would need to rewrite regulations to allow that. That's a process that experts say could take months or longer to complete. The president has also nominated Stephen Moran to serve on the Federal Reserve Board of Governors. Moran is the chair of the Council of Economic Advisors. He is filling a vacancy left by Adriana Kugler, who resigned last week. Now, if confirmed by the Senate, Moran won't be serving on the board for very long. In fact, he'll only be serving out Kugler's term, which is set to end in January. It is unclear if he will be confirmed in time for the Fed's next policy meeting in mid-September. Two new large murals going up in downtown Fayetteville by a world-renowned artist. Dutch muralist Leon Keir began work on a mural on the Fayetteville Public Library's parking deck today. He'll also install a mural on the town center parking deck facing East Avenue. Keir, known for a 3D illusion style of art. Black and white renderings of the drawings are available to see on the city's website. He will also take part in an artist event at the public library on Thursday.